What's up, Big Houston? Daniel? New pair of glasses. These are all scratched up. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get the smallest, tiniest little scratch on my reading glasses, it's time to just throw them away and get a new pair. I think I might have a new pair here somewhere. Hold on. Somewhere over the rainbow. Hold on. Hey, I got a new pair here. Hold on. Bust out this new pair. Let me get some more. Running low. This is my last new pair here. Ah, yeah. 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 Joey's missing? No. See, a lot of people keep getting this confused about Joey. See, Joey lives over on the Truck Boss show. If you don't know what the Truck Boss show is, you need to go on YouTube, Instagram, and or Facebook and look up the Truck Boss show. Every other week, I have an exclusive Joey segment on the Truck Boss show. Okay? So if you want to see the Joey skits every other week, exclusively only on the Truck Boss show is where you are going to see Joey. So, if you are in need of some good Joey, oh, there we go. Fresh new pair of reading glasses. Gotta love them. So yeah, so if you want to see Joey, you gotta go over to the Truck Boss show. That's where he's at. That's where he's at. Anyway, sitting up here in Greenwood, Indiana, and doing the Amazon stuff, you know, bobtail expressing it, you know, and started out in New Jersey. They didn't have any empties. Bobtailed in to go get a load that went to Ohio. Dropped that off last night. They didn't have any empties. Bobtailed over here to Greenwood, Indiana to pick up a load. Load got canceled. The load was supposed to go down to Orlando. That load canceled, which is awesome. We still get credit for it. And then it was supposed to go from an empty trailer from Orlando to Jacksonville. That part canceled, obviously. So I was supposed to take an empty down to Jacksonville. What's going on there, Jeremy and Selena? I'm supposed to take an empty down to Jacksonville, but they didn't have any empties. Go figure. So now I'm bobtailing down to Jacksonville. I'm telling you, I'm going to change. I told Chris we should change the name of our company name to the Bobtail Express. So yeah. And then we got from Jacksonville to South Carolina, and then South Carolina to Staten Island back to Jersey, and then this particular load finishes out in Jersey, the round trip stuff. Like I've been saying, so far so good with this Amazon stuff. The only thing that sucks is when this empty trailer situation stuff, when they don't have any empties and you got to call relay support. Like for instance, today I was supposed to leave here and depart Greenwood, Indiana by 1600 or something like that, and you couldn't get a hold of relay support for over 2 hours. Just sitting here chilling, doing nothing, waiting for them to give me what's called a bobtail order. You know, sometimes they'll be like, okay, we'll go over here and grab an empty, but 9 out of 10 times they're just going to give you what's called a bobtail order and just tell you to bobtail to your next location. So that's what they did. Yeah, I'm going to be bobtailing down to Jacksonville to pick up a load that'll probably cancel. We'll have to bobtail all the way back, you know. Because yesterday, when I dropped the load that I had off in Ohio, I saw that my next load here in Greenwood, Indiana was ready to go. It was loaded. It was ready to go. So I was like, cool, I'm going to get there early in the morning, go pick it up, get on down the road to Orlando. I don't know what happened. Just like always, for some reason, when I got here to Greenwood, Indiana, I saw that the load had canceled. And I'm like, what the fuck? How's it going to cancel? I just, I don't understand. So now we're bobtailing down to Jacksonville. I ain't complaining, don't get me wrong. I ain't complaining. Saving a lot of fuel. Hey, do you guys want to hear the update on the truck, by the way? You guys want to hear the update on the truck situation? Do you guys want to hear the update on the truck? I have updates. I have updates! The only thing that sucks about bobtailing is, when it's raining and stuff like that, it's a little sketchy and stuff like that. I've got an update on the truck, guys. So as of yesterday, remember I was telling you the last update that I gave you was that it was supposed to hit the factory floor on the 4th, which is tomorrow. Well, we got a call yesterday, okay, that the engine and the transmission were mounted to the frame already. The engine and tranny were mounted to the frame as of yesterday, and today it was going over across the street, I guess, to get the Arctic package put on. Tanks and whatnot, all the fuel lines and stuff were going to be supposed to be getting put on today. And then tomorrow it's supposed to go back across the street to get the cab installed and all of the other trimmings, and it's supposed to be done hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, and hopefully ship out by next Friday. So I'm proud and excited to say that Hood Watch 2020 is finally coming to a close. Yeah, I'm not telling anybody what the truck is, because a lot of people say that, oh, he's gonna get a Pete, he's gonna get a W9, he's gonna get a Western Star, he's probably getting a Freightliner, he's probably gonna screw us all up, and he's probably gonna get another Volvo, So, a lot of people are like, they don't know, So I like the fact that I've been able to keep a lot of people in suspense. And I think that we're going to keep it that way. No, it does not have an APU. Here, the things I will tell you, the things that I've told everybody else. So, it's a brand new truck, obviously. It's going to have an 18-speed transmission. It's going to have a 255-inch wheelbase. It's going to have a... What else can I tell you? The tanks are going to be painted to match the truck. It's going to have a full light kit on it. Chicken light setup deal, It's lights on the... chicken lights underneath the cab. Lights on the breathers. What else? Lights. Yeah, it's going to have the full light kit. What else can I tell you? It's going to have a single bunk with wraparound cabinetry. It's going to have speeds. It's going to have speeds. It's going to have... it's going to have... it's going to have 22.5 standard tires, the tall tires like this Peterbilt has. which I gotta say is a pain in the ass in so far, because finding tires, the L225Rs, are a pain in the ass. I think it's L, yeah. Let me see something here. Hold on. Yeah, these are the standard tires. So they're taller than the low pros. And they're harder to come by. Does it have a steering wheel holder? Yes, it does, Trader James. It comes with an automatic steering wheel holder. Yes. Yes, it does. Automatic steering wheel holder. Yes, it does. Oh. Yeah, but I gotta tell you. Yes, actually, well, I do believe it comes with a CB radio already installed, but we're going to be taking that stock radio out and putting in a little bit more of a beefier, if you will, beefier CB radio in it. I was actually, believe it or not, I know people are going to chew my ass for this. I was actually considering not having a CB radio in it. What's going on there, Red K? Red K in the house. We got Red K in the house. We got Trader James in the house. I was actually thinking of not having a CB radio in the truck, only because in this particular truck, it's right where I want to put the stereo. And the stereo, I mean, I don't know yet. We'll have to see, because we'll have to see. Most likely I'll have a 255-inch wheelbase truck. Yes, so we're not going to go super long, obviously. We're not going to go super short like the Volvo. The Volvo that I had, the white one, if you remember, was only 227. This truck, this Peterbilt, is a 225. I'm sorry, 255. So I kind of like the length of this truck for weight distribution, so to speak. So yeah. Yeah, I know. I narrowed it down when I mentioned the breathers, because if all hooded trucks. Well, I guess that, yeah, because even the W990 has outside breathers. The Lone Star had breathers on the outside. W9 has breathers on the outside. Peterbilt has breathers on the outside. Western Star has breathers on the outside. Freightliner has breathers on the outside. So it's still anybody's guess. Oh man. I gotta tell you guys, a lot of people have been asking me to do videos about the political race, the president and stuff, and there's a lot of people making great videos about what's going on in the news right now. And unfortunately, I have elected not to do political style videos with political style titles, because a lot of people are getting their videos taken down from the stupid left-wing retarded idiots and YouTube and Facebook and whatnot. So I don't want my stuff to be taken down, and I don't want stupid left-wing radical idiots to track me down and shoot me in the face for wearing a Trump hat. Because nowadays, you can get killed for wearing a Trump hat or a Trump shirt. You could literally get killed. So yeah, so we're trying hard to stay away from politics on my videos. We're not going to be pulling Prime trailers with the new truck, but if I wanted to, yes, I would be able to. See, Prime doesn't have a restriction for the tractors. It's really RST's. It's not even a restriction. It's RST's recommendation not to have a wheelbase longer than 260, 270-ish, only because of the places that Prime and most other places deliver. I mean, for instance, I was delivering up in New Jersey at a grocery DC in Newark one time, and I watched a guy pull in there with a stretched out tractor, and I guess it was, I don't know if it was a 50, I want to say it was a 48-foot trailer. Beautiful tractor, beautiful trailer to match. The problem is that the guy could not back into the dock because their way they had their trailers set up across from the dock doors, he couldn't fit into the dock. He could not fit the tractor with the trailer, and he couldn't get the tractor to swing around. Appreciate the coffee on me. Speaking of which, with the RST stuff, yes, RST is hiring owner-operators right now, and we sporadically have trucks available in the lease area, the lease trucks. Yeah, let me go over this real quick because I keep getting these questions about lease purchase and lease and this, company positions. So right now, as of right now, the only way we're hiring drivers to come over and lease is when we have a truck available. If somebody, gets sick or something, goes home, somebody gets fired or whatever. But right now, I do believe all of our trucks are filled, and the ones that we're going to be getting some newer trucks into the fleet here soon. So in order for you to do lease purchase over here, you have to first come here and do lease and earn your stripes, so to speak. You can't just come over here and do lease purchase right out of the gate, because a lease purchase is a truck that's bought from RST and, spec'd out from RST to your liking. So like, it has to be a truck that RST is willing to buy, first of all, and it has to be spec'd out the way RST, wants to have it spec'd out, so to speak. So even like my truck, the one that I couldn't go crazy on the wheelbase. I couldn't go crazy on the engine specs. I kind of have to do everything down, down in the middle zone, because God forbid something happens to me, and I have to come out of the truck. That truck has to be able to go to another driver in order to get the truck paid off, or the lease paid off, or whatever. So you can't just come to RST, do a lease purchase, and have some crazy thing, back in, you look at the situation that Thor was in when Thor had his beautiful stretched out 389 that he got with Godfrey Trucking. He was able to do basically whatever he wanted to do and run under Godfrey's DOT number. And then when Thor got his new 579 that he's in, they had to actually sell the truck in order for him to get into the 579. It wasn't like they could take that truck, his long nose 389, and put it into their fleet with another driver. So so in order for you to do lease purchase at RST, you got to come over here and hop into one of our lease trucks that we have available. And then as you earn your stripes with the company, when new trucks are coming into the fleet, you'll be able to have the option to do lease purchase. Now with lease purchase, you got to put between $5,000 and $6,000 down on that particular truck that you're going to be lease purchasing. Okay? With the lease purchase deal, you put the money down, you drive the truck until the lease is up or the purchase is up, and then the truck is yours. At the end of the term, there's no balloon payment, there's nothing, blah, 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 blah. You pay $1 and the title is yours. Okay? For just regular old lease, like I'm doing right now, technically speaking, there's no down payment, there's no credit check, there's nothing. It's a walk-away lease if you have to, I mean, obviously, you're going to lose out on all the, the time and the money that you put into the lease, obviously, but it is considered a walk-away lease. God forbid something happens and you got to go home, you could do that. So, as of right now, with that being said, We don't have any lease trucks available in the fleet. We are going to be building more into the fleet here in the very soon upcoming months. We also are going to be possibly instating some company driver positions for Amazon and some other things that we got coming down the pipe. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be some company driver positions possibly becoming available. Okay. Also, if you have your own truck already, if you're an owner-operator and already have your own truck and you want to bring it over to RST, that's what we have available right now. Right now with Amazon, I know I said this before wrong. I may have confused you guys a little bit. But right now, if you have your own truck and you're not happy with your current carrier or current situation, we're hiring owner-operators to come on over and do Amazon Power only. The same thing that I'm doing right now. Okay? So far, on average, I've been grossing between $5,000 and $7,000 a week. On a full week of work, I've been averaging between $5,000 and $7,000 gross a week. Now, with Amazon Power only, we're not doing the $350 a week RST fee. Let me back up a little bit and explain that. On Prime and Wilson Logistics, if you're running Prime or Wilson Logistics, you're paying RST a $350 a week flat rate fee to run under our DOT. You're paying your insurance, you're paying your truck payment, your fuel, and your tolls. With that $350 a week, you're covering your permits, your plates, your IFTA, etc. Okay? With Amazon, we're doing it percentage based. So on the Prime side of things, you're getting 100% of the line haul from Prime, okay, to the driver, okay, and you're paying $350 a week to RST. On the Amazon side of things, you're getting 85% of the line haul from Amazon and paying 15% of the revenue to RST. So you're not doing the $350 a week anymore. You're doing 15% to RST. So the driver's getting 85%, RST is getting 15%, and that's pretty much it. Then you're still paying your insurance, your truck payment, etc. So, with that being said, if you're an owner-operator and have your own truck, and you want to bring it over to RST and start running Amazon, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Go fill out the application. Say, hey, little guy, I filled out the application. Set you up with an interview. We'll get you over here. We'll get you running. Now, also, coming down the pipe here in the very near future, myself and I think one other or two other drivers are going to be getting some rental trailers. That is the possible plan. And with that, we're going to be running Amazon freight, you know, not power only, but regular old Amazon. We're also going to be doing Uber freight. We're going to be doing Convoy and DAT. So we're going to be able, so in that scenario, the driver is going to have the ability to dispatch him or herself. With Amazon Power only right now, the company is dispatching the drivers. Okay, so we're being dispatched from Chris right now, basically, with Amazon Power only. Once we start doing Uber Freight, Convoy, and regular old Amazon with trailers, with our own trailer, the drivers will be dispatching themselves. So I just saw his RST is going to be doing flatbed. Also, yes, in the very near future, there are talks of having our very own flatbed division at RST. So yeah, so there's a lot of good things coming that were supposed to kind of already happen, but due to the COOF pandemic, you know, it kind of slowed everything down for this year. It kind of screwed everything up. So, but yeah, if you guys have your own truck already, and you want to bring it over, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. If you guys want to fill out the application now and get it over with and get in line, so to speak, because there's a lot of people that already have their applications in that are waiting for positions to become available. I encourage you to go ahead and fill out your app. It's real easy. It's mycdlapp.com/drive-RST. Once again, that's mycdlapp.com/drive-RST. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. Speaking of which, I know that we have picked out a name for the new truck, and we're going to call it Pipe Dreams. Okay? Now, we're going to have that on the back of the sleeper, you know, above the fifth wheel, you know what I'm saying, on the back of the sleeper. I was thinking, I need your opinion. Should it just say Pipe Dreams in a really cool font? And then on the sides of the font, so like, let's say it says Pipe Dreams, and I was thinking this might be a little too much, this might be goofy. Please let me know, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, let me know what you think. Let's do the word Pipe Dreams in Mario Brothers font, and then have two pipes from Mario Brothers on each side of the font facing, you know, like this. Would that be too much? Or would that be something cool? Because, you know, you got the word Pipe Dreams as the name of the truck, and then have two Mario Brothers pipes on the side, like this. I think that would be cool. But yeah, other than that, what other questions you guys got? What's going on with you guys? What's the latest and greatest? What's happening in your neck of the woods? Getting a lot of thumbs up. Hey, here's a question for you. Here's a question for you as well. So the truck that we're getting, obviously, has air horns on the top of the cab. My initial plan was to not have the horns installed on top of the cab, and then have the 13 lights, the marker lights, go across the top instead of having the horns put up. But unfortunately, there's some new freaking law or something stating that you cannot have more lights installed. So there's 5 lights on each tractor, 5 marker lights on each tractor above the windshield, right? I wanted to do the 13 across the top. Now, unfortunately, from factory, they're not allowed to install more lights than what's required. I can get the 13 lights done aftermarket, obviously. So, as of right now, it's coming with 5 lights and the horns on top. So, what I'm going to be doing down the road is most likely removing the horns from the top of the sleeper, or the top of the cab, I should say, and doing the 13 marker lights across the top, and doing some really big trade horns underneath. What do you guys think? Horns up on top or horns underneath? Yeah, we're definitely going to have trade horns on the truck for sure. I just don't know if we're going to put them on top, or I think it would be a cleaner look, in my opinion, to have them tucked away underneath or something on the back. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what it's going to look like here. And like I said, we're literally a week and a half, 2 weeks away from getting the truck. Is 310 wheelbase too big for RST? I don't know. I know that Chris really doesn't want to bring anything in the fleet longer than 285. You know, but now that we're doing Amazon stuff and we're going to be doing some other stuff, I gotta ask him. You know, what the wheelbase rule would be, so to speak. Or here's another question somebody asked me the other day about the year of the truck. Now, for insurance purposes and, you know, Prime and Wilson purposes, we didn't want to have any trucks older than 3 to 4 years old in the fleet. With Amazon and the stuff that we're going to be doing, if you have an older truck and want to bring it over to RST, you can. But you have to make sure that you have, you know, like, for instance, in the past, you know, RST was, you know, it would help you out in certain situations, and I'm sure they still will in certain situations as far as repairs and whatnot. But the thing with running Amazon and other stuff, like, you know, like we're going to be doing, we're not going to be able to get the trucks serviced at a Prime location, you know, at a Prime terminal like we are now. See, when we're running Prime Freight, Prime Incorporated, you know, we're able to go to, you know, a Prime location, Prime terminal, and get work done, and they're able to bill it back to Prime. You know, even going to like a truck stop or you know, a dealership or something like that to get work done, warranty work done on the truck, they just bill it back to Prime, and then they take it out of your settlement at Prime. With Amazon and all this new stuff that we're doing, you know, RST doesn't have that set up to where we can go. We can't take the trucks to Prime anymore, you know. So you have to be able to make sure, if you come over here with your own truck and you're going to be running Amazon and all that good stuff, that you have your own stuff set up for maintenance, pretty much. Yeah, the new truck isn't going to have a life-size little guy sticker on the side of it like the Volvo, so we're not doing any of that stuff. We're not doing any stickers, any crazy life-size stickers on the new truck. So, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. But anyway, what else you guys got? What other questions do we have? Trump is still talking here. I've been watching Trump live in the background.
I was set up. I said, tell me she didn't set up.
He's talking about Nancy Pelosi right now getting caught at the salon.
If she was set up, then she shouldn't be leading the House of Representatives. I want the salon owner to lead the House of Representatives because she set up, think of it, she set up the Speaker of the House. That was a big mistake. As soon as I heard, she said, well, she set me up. Nancy, you're not supposed to get set up. You're representing our country. You know what she should have done, honestly? She should have said, I made a mistake, sorry. And nobody would be talking about it. This is like the biggest story. This is the big crazy Nancy. Highly overrated.
God, hey, if you haven't heard, if you haven't heard right now, President Trump is talking about what Nancy Pelosi did the other day. God, you gotta be, you know, let's talk about Nancy for a second. You gotta be the dumbest, stupidest, I'm not gonna say it, but you gotta be the dumbest of dumb to think that you're, in this day and age, that you're not gonna get caught, okay? I don't care who you are. Obviously, the Speaker of the House isn't immune, okay? This dumb you-know-what got caught red-handed forcing a salon owner to open up her doors so she can get her hair blown out. So, as you know, in California, especially in fucking San Francisco, out of all places, where it looks, the whole city looks like a damn homeless shelter. You know, if you look at the pictures of the city right now, you know, from what, now don't get me wrong, this is what the news is saying. I haven't really seen in person what it's like on the streets of San Francisco, but they show pictures of homeless people all over the place, needles and syringes on the ground, shit on the ground, literally shit on the ground. I mean, it looks like just like something out of the Mad Max movie. But Nancy Pelosi's aide, or whoever, said, you know what? She said, call up this salon that I usually go to and tell them I need to get my hair done. And basically, you know, said, hey, we're coming in to get Nancy's hair done. So, you know, also, hey, RST requires 2 years minimum of over-the-road experience with a good, clean driving record to answer that question. But good old Nancy was like, yeah, go ahead and I need to get my hair done. You know, kind of like what Mayor Lori Lightfoot did in Chicago a couple of months ago during the lockdown. You know, rules for thee, but not for me. You know, good old Democrats over there. You know, so myself as if this was me, right? Because the owner of the salon says it's like a slap in the face. You know, now with that being said, me as the salon owner would have been like, no, I'm closed. You know, because you got our shit locked down. I can't open up for you. If I can't open up for the rest of my customers, why am I going to open it up for you? That's what I would have said. But then again, the store owner was like, you know what? No, come on in. I'm gonna hook you up. And then Nancy's like, oh, I was set up. No, stupid. No, you should know better. You should know better. There's cameras everywhere nowadays. And you got caught going to the salon, not wearing your fucking mask, you stupid fucking... Excuse me, sorry. You weren't wearing your mask either. They're over here chanting, make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you wear your mask. Stop the spread of the coof pandemic. She wasn't wearing a mask. She was wearing some fucking robe or whatever she was wearing. Caught red-handed. And do you think she has the balls to say, hey, you know what? Sorry, I got caught. No. She won't admit she was wrong. Hell, she hasn't been on TV since. She hasn't made a statement. She hasn't done nothing because she knows she was caught red-handed and doesn't want to face her constituents. Like a child. Like a little child that got caught. She should be thrown out of office. Okay? Because if she's going to say, hey, you know, sorry, we're locked down, the country this, you got to wear your mask, blah, 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 blah. Just like Lori Lightfoot, oh, I'm on TV, I got to get my hair done. Oh, I'm a personal public figure. Oh, I got to go and get my hair done. Just like when Michelle Obama, a couple of months back, during, I guess, what was it, Memorial Day weekend or whatever it was, you know, she was like, stay home, everybody. Stay locked up in your house. Stay safe. This is from Michelle Obama. This was the statement that Michelle Obama put out for the country for Memorial Day weekend. And what was her husband, Mr. Barack Obama? What was he doing? He was on the golf course playing golf at the country club that was closed down due to the virus. But they had to open it up for former President Barack Obama because it's okay for him to go play golf, but not anybody else. Rules for thee and not for me. Great old Democrats. God, for the people that elected these fucking dumbass Democrats, you need to have your fucking head examined, okay? For real. Something's wrong with you people. And then all these people with the riots and everything, thinking that that's the way to solve shit? Thinking that it's okay to burn down buildings and stuff like that? Thinking that that's going to send the right message? What is wrong with you? And they're burning down buildings. The latest one in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Everybody's standing up for this guy that was beating on his wife, had multiple felony warrants, you know. Now, 7 times getting shot in the back by the officer. that's a little ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you on that. Okay, I'll give you that. Being shot 7 times in the back is preposterous. Okay, but then again, the guy was going for his knife in the car. You had 4 cops trying to stop him, trying to tase him. The guy wouldn't stop. The guy kept going, fighting the police, and they shot him 7 times. Now, you've seen, I'm sure, because the internet is a disgusting place, I'm sure you've seen plenty of videos out there where cops and other people have shot people multiple times with a 9mm. And that the people just keep coming at you. A 9mm bullet is very weak in most cases. Standard police issue 9mm isn't going to do that much damage to you, especially when your adrenaline is pumping at high speed. Okay? There's a video that I saw just today where it was a white guy getting shot multiple times by a police officer at close range in the chest area. The guy gets back up, okay, and then strangles another police officer, puts another cop in a chokehold. And then the cop, they fell to the ground. The guy was able to get him off of him, and the cop shot him again. And the guy's still laying there on the ground. So, yeah, 7 times getting shot in the back, it's a little excessive. But then again, hello, the guy has, this wasn't some angel guy. This guy wasn't no law-abiding citizen, okay? Whether he was on something or not, it doesn't matter. The guy was resisting arrest, had a knife on him, had his own kids in the car. Domestic violence charges, weapon charges, all types of shit. So obviously the cops are going to be on guard already. There's 4 cops there because they know this guy's history. Okay, the guy's resisting arrest. They're telling him to get on the ground. He's not listening. He's going into his car to get the knife that he had on him with his kids in the car. And these people are shutting down NBA games and boycotting NBA games. Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all are burning down your city because of this guy? Y'all want justice for him? Fucking A. Wow. Holy shit. So basically what you're saying is you could be the dirtbag of all dirtbags, and hey, you know you're going to get people to stand up for you because the police shot you. Get the fuck out of here. Ever since I was a kid, we were taught how to interact with police the right way, the respectful way, you know, to respect authority. Somebody said it the best today. I was watching, I don't know what I forget what I was watching. I was watching some segment where it said, you know, the families that don't have a father figure in the home, you know, for the upbringing and whatnot, they don't have that authority figure in the upbringing. And, you know, when they get older as young adults and whatnot, they don't know how to respect authority because they didn't have the authority in their home. And, you know, when police try to show authority, they're like, no, fuck you. I'm not listening. I've never listened to anybody in my life, you know? And that's the problem, you know? They don't have respect for law enforcement. Now, check this out. Had this guy, because first of all, the cops were there because they were responding to a domestic violence call. This guy was beating up on his wife or ex-wife or baby mama, whatever you want to call it, in front of his kids. I'm sorry, but all bets are off right there. You're beating up on your wife or baby mama or whatever in front of your own children. You deserve to be locked away in a cage. Simple as that. And then on top of it, you've got felony warrants, you're a violent offender, you've got multiple charges, okay? You're no fucking angel, okay? There's no reason that these people should be rioting and even protesting for this guy, in my opinion. This guy wasn't no fucking law-abiding citizen, okay? All right? It's complete. You know what the problem is? Is now it seems like everybody and their mother is just looking for a reason to cause trouble. Looking for a reason to say, fuck it, the riots are over here this weekend, we're going over there to riot. Because if you look at all these riots and all this crap that's going on, other than in Portland, well, mostly because if you look at all these rioters and protesters, they're from out of state. They're from they're not from that city. They're not from that location. They're like, you know what? Hey, where are the riots at this weekend? Let's go burn some shit down. We've got a reason to burn some shit down. They're like, what's wrong with these fucking people? I don't fucking understand. Oh, it's just a reason to go crazy. It's just a reason to go burn some buildings down. You're fucking retarded. All of you. Let's burn down buildings and businesses that had nothing to do with it. Girl was on the news 2 weeks ago saying that, oh, it's okay. These are reparations. Burn down the buildings, loot from the buildings because they got insurance. No. In most cases, the insurance doesn't cover looting and rioting. And then on top of it, she's like, oh yeah, go get your Gucci bag. Go get your... Like, really? Because that's what's gonna make you feel better? Is to steal a TV, steal a bag, steal whatever? Like, oh, hey. Because really, think about it. How do you have a topic of discussion going forward? Like, oh, hey, where'd you get that bag? What'd you pay for it? Oh, I stole that shit in the riots. You're proud of that shit? You're going to be able to sit down in a conversation piece and be like, oh, yeah, I robbed that shit. Wow. Fucking wow. And then you got the coof pandemic that's still, going on in the background. They're over here talking because this is Labor Day weekend coming up, and is it Labor Day or Memorial Day? I always mix those two up. Is it Labor Day or is it Memorial Day coming up? I can't remember. I always mix the two up. Labor Day, okay. So anyway, so they're like, oh, the virus, the coof pandemic, there's gonna be super spreaders. This weekend we're gonna have a spike in cases. Let's get down to bare facts here for just a second, and let's just take this in. As of right now, there's been over 6 million cases of COVID-19, right? Over 6 million cases of COVID-19, okay? No, Daycab Slim, hold on, let me put this on pause. Daycab Slim says that a 9mm does not do damage according to Matt. I didn't say that it doesn't do damage. But if you take a 9mm bullet versus a 357 or, or 22 caliber round, or any other round for that matter, the 9mm bullet is very weak. I mean, go and look at it. Fucking 9mm bullets bounce off cars, for Christ's sake. Alright, now if you got hollow points or some other shit like that, 9mm hollow points and stuff like that, then yeah, you're gonna cause a world of hurt, obviously. But I'm talking about regular old, standard stock bullets, ammunition. 9mm bullets versus a 22 versus a 45. They just, you know, the 9mm bullet ain't got no punch. I mean, if you like you said, they look up the ballistics. If you look it up and compare apples to apples, I don't know if the cops use hollow points as their standard round. I don't think that's true, but you know, that a Trump supporter got shot in the head the other night. They didn't arrest that guy. They're not talking about that guy in the news. Anyway, I lost my train of thought here because we started talking about ammunition. What was I talking about? Shit. Oh, talking about the stupid coof pandemic. So, 6 million cases, and what is it, 160,000 dead right now, give or take? Right? How many people do we got in the United States? Like, if I remember correctly, I can't remember. Yeah, hey, Viking Coach, thank you for that. Can you, 152 of you in here, can you take 2 seconds and hit the damn like button? That'd be great if you could. Appreciate that. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, I know. I thought no politics, question mark. I know, but we get the blood pumping, you know. And yeah, a 22 is smaller than a 9mm, but if you think about it, a 22, what a 22 round does is more, it causes more damage, okay? Right now I have a 9mm and I have I'm having a brain fart here. I have a, not a 380, not a 357, shit, what's it called? Somebody help me out here, I'm having a fucking brain fart. I have a revolver, shit, what's the other one called? Fuck, how am I forgetting this shit? Not a 380, is it not a 380? No. It's not a 357 Magnum. It's a regular old 30, there you go. I knew it was a 3. I don't know why I fucking forgot that. That is the... I should slap myself in the face for forgetting that. 38. So I have a 38 revolver at the house, and I have a 9mm at the house. Next time I go home, I was supposed to do it this week while I was home, but I got to update my my concealed carry permit. It's going to be expiring here soon, so I got to update it. But yeah, I got to start buying more guns. You know, I've been meaning to buy more guns, but I carry depending on where I'm going, I carry my 38 or my 9mm. But I definitely want to buy a smaller one. I want to buy a small little 40, or not a 40. Well, 40's not small, but like a little 22, you know, or something like that, 380, so I can conceal it a little bit better. But yeah, am I gonna wave it around again? Hey, you know, if you guys remember a couple of years ago when I had my gun with me when I went to GATS, you know, and everybody was all up in arms because I had my gun with me at GATS. Now, I didn't have the gun on me inside the convention center. I was in the process of cleaning the gun while I was in my hotel room, which is perfectly legal, by the way. But because I had the gun with me and because of what was going on at that particular time, everybody was all, oh my God, he's got his gun with him. Oh my God, he's gonna kill somebody. I got my gun with me all the time. So, I mean, look, I got my vape thing with me. I'm waving that around. You know, is everybody afraid? Oh, fuck out of here. For people, this is what I'm saying. People like that, I just love it. I love it. I love it. What's up, Craig? I love it when, because remember what they said back then? Oh, he ain't gonna show up to GATS. He's not. Jay Cannell said he doesn't have a pass. He's not allowed to go to GATS. I ended up showing up to GATS, and because I had my gun with me, everybody was all up in arms. Well, good for them. Good for them. Good for them. Fuck them. But anyway, yeah, like we were talking about, let's go back to, we were trying to talk about the coof pandemic. Can somebody refresh my memory and give me an idea what the number is of the population of America? if I remember correctly, it's around 300 some odd million people in America. I could be wrong. I could be way wrong, but I could be way off. I know there's like, yeah, 320 million, right? Yeah, 320 million in the United States. Think about this now, and don't get me wrong. Just one death is fucked up of any type of disease. Cancer, AIDS, fucking COVID-19, the flu, all these diseases that kill people on a daily basis. You know, but we've had 160,000 or so COVID-19 related deaths. And if you remember, people that were dying in car crashes were being labeled as dying from COVID. So we really don't even know really what the fucking real number is of COVID deaths. But even if, check this out now, this is my opinion, even if 160 deaths out of 320 million, and they shut the country down. They shut the fucking country down for this fake ass fucking stupid virus. I say fake ass stupid virus because still, as of right now, the only people that are affected largely from this virus are the elderly and people with really crazy pre-existing health conditions. Okay? Right, that's right. They're talking about 160, 170,000 dead from COVID. But what about all the people that die every day from the flu? What about all the people that die from AIDS? What about the people that die from fucking cancer? What about the people that die from murders and all? But, oh, no, COVID, wear your mask. Go fuck yourself and your mask. Because the mask doesn't do fucking shit. The only thing the mask does is make the fucking liberals feel better. You're being safe. You're protecting me. I'm protecting you. Go fuck yourself. God, I can't stand these pussies. Excuse me, I'm getting fired up. Bunch of pussies is what they are. Hell, the training that I went through in boot camp, the training that I went through in combat school in Fort Jackson, you had to have some balls to go through that training, and the training that I went through at Fort Jackson, combat school that they put us through, so to speak, in Fort Jackson, you know, you had to have some fucking backbone to get through that shit. We were crawling through the mud. We were jumping over shit, jumping out of shit, fucking all types of crazy shit. These people of today are a bunch of pussies, bro. I feel bad for our upcoming generation of military service people because, hell, do you remember what was it back in... I went through boot camp in 2002, okay? And my division in Chicago at Great Lakes was one of the last divisions to go through regular old Navy boot camp. The divisions coming in, it was crazy because we were all marching around in our uniforms getting ready to graduate. Okay? We were getting ready to graduate and we saw the new upcoming recruits walking around, marching around in their sneakers. And I'm like, yo, what's up with the fucking sneakers? Did they not get their boots yet? And our RDCs were telling us, no, there's a new method of training that's out now. They're not allowed to wear boots anymore. You know, for running and physical training, they have to wear sneakers for physical training. Hell, we were doing PT in our boondockers, bro. Oh no, we can't do them in the boondockers anymore. We got to make them wear sneakers. And they have this thing now since 2002, maybe earlier. I don't know. I didn't have one called a stress card. You believe this shit? The recruits in the Navy, the Army, the Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, they have this, in boot camp, they have this thing called a stress card. Yeah, hey, the whole carrying your weapon in your truck, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to carry a weapon in a commercial vehicle regardless. I know there's been a lot of he said, she said, you know, yeah, you can carry depending on your carry permit based upon the reciprocity of the states that your permit is in. But every time I ask an officer about, you know, carrying, and I don't carry in my truck. I don't carry in my truck because our company doesn't allow it, first of all, and most companies that you drive for won't allow it. But it says that you're not supposed to have a firearm in a commercial vehicle, period. Now, if you want to carry your gun in your truck, hey, to each his own. But hey, I wish I could carry my gun in my truck. Don't get me wrong, all over the United States. Now, Trump was supposed to, or was trying to get it legal. I don't know if they're still trying, but with everything that's going on right now, I'm pretty sure it's on the back burner. But to have it legalized to where all of the states recognize the same law. To where, like for instance, right now, if you have a permit in Pennsylvania, you're allowed to carry that state through, you're allowed to carry in Pennsylvania and Florida, and you know, all the states have their own, you know, they're like grandfathered in. Certain states, certain rules, certain, you know, sharing, you know, but like still, for instance, you're not allowed to have a carry permit in Jersey, you know, from Pennsylvania, you know, so it's a lot of, you know, craziness, you know. So in my opinion, just don't do it, because if you get pulled over and God forbid something happens, you can fuck your job up. That's why, for instance, you know, they make these things at the truck stops that are legal. You know, you could buy a really big flashlight, you could buy a tire thumper, you know. Do what you gotta do to protect yourself, you know. Now, I could kill somebody. I could kill somebody very easily with this fucking thing. And be in just as much trouble as if I had a gun. You know? But is this going to protect me if somebody else has a gun? Hell no, it's not. Hell no, this is not going to protect me if I have somebody coming at me with a gun. The trick is don't go looking for trouble. Don't go looking for trouble, because if you look for trouble, trouble will find you. You will get it. You will get what you asked for. For instance, the situation with all these riots and protests. You got this kid, this 17-year-old kid, that they're all up in arms about because he killed 2 people, because he was defending himself, because he was 17 years old, walking around the streets of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Oh no, was it in Portland or Kenosha? I forget where it was at. But he was walking around with an AR-15, being a vigilante, protecting buildings from rioters and stuff, and looters, and a mob of crazy fucking left-wing liberals, you know, BLM and Antifa type, chased him down, cornered him, and he had to defend himself. And now they're all up in, you know, they're all up in arms about this kid because he defended himself. Well, hey, he went, I'm sorry to say it, he went looking for trouble. He went looking for trouble. He shouldn't have been in that situation. 17 years old, walking around the streets with an AR-15. What did you think was gonna happen? It's just like anything else. If I had if I had my gun on me, right, and let's say I'm in an open carry state, right, and I'm walking around with the damn thing plain as day visible. People see it. Most people are going to see it and go, okay, I'm not fucking with this guy. He's got his gun on him. Now, I love the fact that they have open carry in most states now, because when people see it, they're going to be like, okay, we're not fucking with this guy. But when people don't have it and they have it concealed, can't see, and you go into places like that where there's rioting and looting and all types of shit going on, you just don't know. You just don't know what's gonna happen. What's going on, Snorlord? How you doing, brother? You just don't know. So if you know, they say, oh, you have to have something to protect yourself in your truck and stuff like that. Well, I've got this. I've got the little taser up there, you know. I've got, you know, I've got a knife. I've got a flashlight. I can bunk some, you know, bunk. This is why I always keep this next to my door, okay? Now, obviously, I'm not walking around the truck stop with this thing on my shoulder like fucking, you know, freaking, what's his name? Babe Ruth over here, you know. But I keep it next to me the door, you know, God forbid, I'm sitting in my truck like I'm doing now, and some crazy son of a bitch jumps on my truck. You know, if I have to, I can fucking bonk him in the head, whatever I gotta do, you know, or whatever. In most cases, I've thought about this situation. Let's say I'm sleeping in the middle of the night, right? And my truck is surrounded by crazies, right? What am I gonna do? What do you do in that situation? What would I do? Hey, put it in drive, dump it into gear, and get out of there. Yeah, open carry makes you a target, technically, because people see that you got the gun on you, and if you get somebody crazy enough that wants to fuck with you, now you're in a situation where you have to defend yourself, and then you have to deal with all the bullshit that goes on in today's world. See, back in the day, when you were in a situation where you had to defend yourself, you know, and it was a clear-cut case, it was no problem. But nowadays, everybody and their mother has a camera on them, or there's a camera somewhere that gets you on camera, firing the weapon, defending yourself, whatever the case may be. You know, it's a problem. There's rioting, there's looting, there's upheaval. Oh my God, he killed somebody. Oh my God. Hey, you know what though? The only time I carry my weapon on me is when I'm out with my family. It's the only time, you know, and I don't carry it with me in the truck because we're not supposed to, you know. I don't want to have to deal with the repercussions of driving across state lines, and God forbid, you know, they ask me, hey, do you have any guns or weapons in the truck? I don't want to have to lie. You know, I could lie. It could be like, no, I don't have none, officer. I'm good. I could have my gun hidden in a spot, you know. Sure, there's plenty of spots in the truck to hide your weapon, you know. But I don't want to have to lie, and then God for fucking bid they find it if they do a search. You know what I'm saying? Why do you want that on the back of your conscience? Why do you want to have to lie? Why would you put yourself in that scenario? So the trick of it is, guys, to stay safe and whatnot, is don't put yourself in a situation, okay? Be safe, be smart. For instance, take a look at where I'm parked right now. I'm in a truck stop in the bobtail section, out in the front, in a very well-lit area. Legally you can, but it might be against your company's policy. Right, yeah, yep. So I'm in a truck stop in the front area, in a very well-lit area. So if some crazy shit pops off, you know, people are going to see what's going on. Now, in today's society, as we know, most people aren't going to come to your aid anymore. The first thing they're going to fucking do is pick up their camera and start filming. They're not going to come to your aid. Look at what's happened. You got people getting shot in the head in the streets. You got this 17-year-old kid that was being chased by an angry mom that had to defend himself. Did anybody come to his aid? No. They were all videotaping it. You got fucking video footage from every angle, right? But you don't have anybody coming to that kid's aid to help him. So the trick is don't put yourself in a situation. Be vigilant, be smart. When you're parking your, especially for us truck drivers, if you know, when you gotta park for the night, don't park in some sketchy ass neighborhood. Don't park in some dark alley. Don't go parking in a, you know, if you're in a truck stop, make sure you're in a well lit, secured truck stop, travel center, whatever. Don't go parking in some fucking shithole gas station that's closed. You know, do what you gotta do. You gotta violate your logs to get to a safe haven. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, but be smart. You know, make sure your doors are locked when you go to bed. You know, make sure, here's another thing too. Make sure when, like for instance, when you back in, like when you're at a truck stop, you see a lot of these guys, they pull into their spot, right? Even with their trailer, for instance, they pull in, and now they gotta back out of their spot to get out of the truck stop. Even with the bobtail situation, always back into your spot. That way, God forbid, you gotta get out of there in a hurry. All you gotta do is pull out and get the fuck out of there. If you're backed into if you're pulled in head first into a spot, and let's say you got a fucking mob of zombies around your truck, now you gotta back up, and you can't really see behind you, even with bobtail. Always have an out. Always have, you know, this is one of the things they taught us in the military. Situational awareness. Always know where your exits are. Always know how to get out of a spot. You know? What's going on, Jeff? How are you, buddy? You know what? I gotta give Jeff a wrench. There you go, Jeff. Hooked you up. Yeah, it's definitely good advice, Snorlord. You know, you know, it's the simplest, dumbest things that people, you know, don't think of. You know, you see a lot of these guys, you know, they pull head first into a spot. You know, God forbid, a situation, let's say, you know, it doesn't even have to be a crazy mob of crazy people. It could be weather. It could be, you know, let's say for instance, the truck that you're parked next to catches on fire, right? Let's say, for instance, it's happened plenty of times. You've seen videos of trucks catching on fire at a truck stop. Let's say, for instance, you're sleeping in your truck, right? And, you know, now you got guys beating on your door. Hey, wake up. The truck next to you is on fire. Shit, all you got to do is get in and fucking pull out and get the fuck out of there. But if you're pulled in head first, with a trailer especially, it's going to take you longer to get out of that situation. And when a truck is on fire next to you, they go up like fucking, you know, dry leaves. Okay? So in situations like that, seconds count. Okay, guys and gals out there? You know, I've seen pictures, you know, of, you know, like for, you know, women's safety or just truckers in general safety, where they say put the seat belts through the doors and lock the doors, you know, to keep the doors from opening, to keep somebody from coming in. I disagree with that. I disagree with that because you're stopping people. You're taking the seat belt now, right, and you're wrapping it around door handles and shit, and you're locking yourself in the truck. Yeah, you're stopping the people from see, they can break the window and open the door and get in, obviously. But if you're in the bunk sleeping and you hear a window break, you're up, you're ready to go. Hey, what the fuck's going on? But let's say, oh yeah, well, I've got the seatbelts on the door. They can break the window, but they can't get in. It's going to take them longer to get in because of the seatbelt. Well, God forbid your truck's on fire now, right? Your cab is filling with smoke, and now you got these fucking seatbelts wrapped around the door. You can't get out. They can't get in, but you can't get out either. So I don't recommend people putting seatbelts around the door, because if you have to get out, you want to get out in a hurry, okay? You want to be able to get out in a hurry. Like I said, simple things like just situational awareness. Where you park at night, you know how to get out of a situation. Know how to get out of a situation. Always have it out. Never put yourself into a spot where, you know, you're stuck. You know, there's no way out. You know, like even certain truck stops, for instance. You know the ones I'm talking about, where you know, where the truck stops are older and they haven't retrofitted the parking lot to fit a 53-foot trailer, like some of the pilots that are out there. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, the TAs, you know, they're all out there. The smaller truck stops where you literally got to do a damn near 90-degree backing. You know, it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. There's only a few spots left in the truck stop. And some of these spots are like really tough to get in. You know what I'm talking about? Where you see the guy struggling to get into a spot, you know, all that good stuff. Well, it's just as hard to get out of that spot in the morning sometimes, because maybe the guy next to you now is pulled too far forward, or, you know, the truck in front of you. It's just tight. It's tight. So I always try to stay away from truck stops like that too, because you got to get out in a hurry. You ain't going to be able to get out. You know, I mean, sometimes you're, you know, hey, it is what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. So that's why I always say, if you're like myself, and you like to drive during the daylight hours, and you know you're going to be sleeping at night, make sure you get to the truck stop early enough to find a good parking spot to where you can get the hell out of there in the morning in a hurry if you had to, or whatever. Yeah, I don't do the whole seatbelt wrap around my door thing. That's fucking stupid. I don't recommend that at all. Oh well, shit. If you got a wide load, then yeah, you got to take up 2 spots. Oh yes, it's definitely going to be fun here the very next 2 weeks, because like I said before, I know we haven't spoken about it since the beginning of the video, but the truck update. Little Dr. Pepper for the working man. For those of you that have tuned in late, give me the truck update real quick. Also, too, I want to do a showcase real quick on some of the new hot rig apparel gear. It's been it's been a fucked up year, and haven't been to any shows, obviously, so I haven't really been able to showcase any of the new hot rig apparel gear that's out there on the market. So I'm going to show you right now some of the stuff that we've got for hot rig apparel that's fresh off the press here in 2020. So that way, in case you guys want to buy some hot rig stuff, you can go and check it out. Hold on. Just set it up real quick. So we've got this one here, this Vegas one, which is pretty cool. And then we'll talk about the truck. Pretty cool, right? And then they got this one here. Barely scraping by, which is pretty cool. Okay. And then you got this one here, which is really cool, with the blue. Hold on. Flatline. And then you got this one here. These are all new for 2020, by the way. These are all new shirts, fresh off the press for hot rig apparel. And then, is there any other new ones? And then this one was last summer, the Staying Classy one. That was last year's hit. What else? Is that it for the new ones? Yep, that's pretty much it. And then we got some new hats, too. Just some of the new hats that... This one's old, this one. This is new. That one's pretty new. But yeah. Hot rig apparel, guys. Go check them out. Make sure you go check them out. But enough of that. Back to the truck update. For those of you that are just tuning in. So, who's beeping the horn? Somebody beeping the horn. I don't know what's going on out there. Crazy world. So truck update. As of yesterday, the last update that I gave you guys last week was that the truck was supposed to hit the factory floor on the 4th, which is tomorrow. But I just got an update yesterday, actually, that the engine and the transmission are already mounted in the frame, which is awesome news. So we're technically ahead of schedule, so to speak. As of today / tomorrow, the truck is being fitted with the fuel tanks and all of the Arctic gear, meaning all the fuel lines and Arctic lining, etc. Lining, you know, all the stuff that has to be covered with the Arctic package. Me personally, I didn't really need or want the Arctic package. Something that Chris wanted on the truck. And in reality, it's better for the wintertime, you know, to have it, even though we're not going to be taking the truck up to Alaska. But it is going to be Alaska ready, just in case. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll take it up there. I don't know. But the truck is going to have an Arctic package on it. The truck is going to have... so anyway, so let me get back to the schedule before I go over the stuff that the truck is going to have. Oh yeah, the transition from Prime to RST is very easy if you have your own truck. Very easy. If you own your own truck and you're at Prime, and you know you have a Success leasing truck or whatever you have, it's very easy. Put your app in, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, say, hey Matt, I just put my application in, take a picture of the you know, confirmation number. The app for RST is mycdlapp.com/drive-RST. I already went over the whole RST stuff before in the video. I'll go over it again here real quick. But let me finish the truck update stuff real quick. So, hopefully by tomorrow the truck will be done getting all the tanks and stuff put on, and it'll be going, you know, to the next step in having the cab and everything put on. Okay, and then it'll be done. Hopefully, the latest, as of right now, hopefully it should be shipped out and done by next Friday. So, yeah, hey, if you're a rookie and you're looking for tips, this is what I recommend. I recommend going on my channel that you're on right now, because I only have one channel. Okay, go back and watch all of my videos from when I first started out. One thing that I always say, and I'm proud to say it, is that my channel started day one of truck driving school. My very first video was day one of truck driving school. Okay? And everything is documented from day one. The good, the bad, the ugly, all the ups, the downs, the lefts, the right. Everything is documented. Go on my channel, go on the playlists. You'll be able to see pre-trip videos. You'll be able to see, you know, there's a playlist called videos from when I first started, and that'll help you go down a rabbit hole of more videos of, you know, all the different jobs that I've had, all the different tips and tricks, you know, on how to slide tandems and all that good stuff, and, you know, safety tips, and I mean, just, you know, general e-log, you know, videos and stuff. So yeah, so if you need tips on getting into the industry or whatever, go back and watch all my old videos. There's so much information there, so many funny things that have happened throughout my 10 years. I've been almost driving for almost 10 years, so it's been a ride, guys. It's been a long ride, you know. It's been a hell of a ride. But anyway, back to the truck. So yeah, so the truck should be done hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, and should hopefully be shipped out by next Friday. So I should be taking possession of this truck here in the next 2 weeks. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Let me tell you, I am super, super, super excited about this new truck. So, yeah, very excited about it. What else? So I'll tell you a couple of things that the truck is going to have. The truck's going to have a 255-inch wheelbase. The truck is going to have an 18-speed transmission. It's going to have 525 or 555 horsepower. Hold on, let me pull up my spec sheet here real quick. Tell you exactly what. I'm not going to show you the spec sheet. I've gone over this spec sheet before, but I'm still not telling you guys what the truck is. So we're doing, it's going to be a 2021 year model truck. Go over engine. Here we go. We're doing a 505 horsepower at 1625 RPM, 1900 foot-pounds of torque. Oh no, I'm sorry. 1750. So 505 horsepower, 1750 torque, 255-inch wheelbase. I'm having them put not an aftermarket, but a heavier duty alternator. We're going to be doing a 360 to 370 amp alternator to facilitate the sound system that's going to go in this truck and all of the extra lighting and electronics. Anybody that's had a car stereo or, you know, is a bass head like myself knows, you know, that you got to have an upgraded electrical system if you're going to have an upgraded stereo system. Anybody that's had a powerful sound system in the trunk of their car knows that when the bass hits, the lights flicker, the voltage drops, you know, the bass, you know, when the bass hits, the lights flash, and that's all because you don't have enough electrical to back up the system. So yeah, so we're going to be doing an upgraded alternator. Let me see what else. 18-speed transmission. We talked about that. Okay. It could be a DD15. I knew I might have been. I knew. I see. Shit. A lot of people say that I've given it away because I just told everybody what the horsepower is going to be. But hey, when you see it, you see it. I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. I'm trying not to make sure I get the pages because the logo is at the bottom of the page. I don't want to completely. Some people, I've already told some people what. Yeah, hey, that's true. That's true. You know, some people say, "Oh, how are you going to make any money with a new truck? Making payments? I can make money without a payment." Blah blah blah. Some people say, "Oh, you're not going to make any money with a long nose truck." All of these trucks, whether it's a long nose or a super efficient Cascadia or Volvo, you're looking at, you know, I mean, if you added it all up, yeah, a Freightliner Cascadia, a Volvo, is definitely going to be more fuel efficient than a long nose truck as far as fuel efficiency in the aerodynamics department. But at the end of the day, the engine setup in all of these new trucks are all the same. So, for instance, the Detroit, the DD15 engine that's in the Cascadia is the same engine that's going to be that's in the Coronado, that's in the Western Star. The same engine that's in this Peterbilt is the same engine that's in most 389s. Now, this is the PACCAR edition of, you know, this Peterbilt. But you could buy a Peterbilt 389 with the same PACCAR motor. Now, most 389s come with the Cummins X15. But you can get a 389 with a PACCAR motor just like this. And it's the same motor, same fuel efficiency settings, same everything. The only thing that's different is the aerodynamics. The aerodynamics. Now, when it comes to the numbers based upon aerodynamics versus, because, like, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, you're going to get better fuel efficiency with an aerodynamic truck versus a long nose truck. Sure, all day long. You know, but you know they can. Oh, you're not going to make any money. It's the same engine. If you look at the difference between long nose truck and an aerodynamic truck with the same exact engine setup, the difference is minimal. The miles per gallon is minimal. So for people that say you're not going to make any money with a long nose truck, don't know shit about driving. Okay? It's all about how you drive the truck. If you're the type of guy that's got your pedal to the floor all day long, you're going to burn a lot of fuel up. But if you're like myself and you know you've got plenty of time on the load, 62, 63, 65 miles an hour, depending on traffic, that's all you need to do to save fuel. That's all you need to do. Anyway, back to the whole truck situation. We are going with the heavy-duty suspension and heavy-duty standard size tires. So we're not doing 22.5 low pros. We're doing the same tires that are on this Peterbilt, which makes, due to the suspension and the tires, this truck sits up higher than your standard truck. So we're doing that on the truck. We're doing an upgraded suspension and the standard size 22.5 tires. We're also doing disc brakes all the way around. Let's see what else I can tell you. I know I've done this. I know I've shown or talked with you guys about the. It's coming with a 16-inch polished aluminum bumper. Obviously, you're gonna have to upgrade that to a big bumper eventually with lights in it and stuff. But I can't get a bigger bumper from the factory. And I was trying to have the horns relocated underneath and trying to have the light package put on from the factory. I wanted to do the 13 marker lights across the top. We were talking about that before. But from factory, you're not allowed to have more than what's required on the marker lights. You have to have that done aftermarket. So, unfortunately, I got to do that aftermarket too. We're doing the upgraded, what do you call it, brackets and stuff for the mud flaps. It's no big deal. I'm not sure that's going to be anything for you to be excited about. Doing 125-gallon fuel tanks on each side. 125 on each side. The tanks are going to be painted to match the color of the truck. And let's see, what else can I tell you? Yeah, we're doing Continental H Series 11R 22.5s. We're doing, what do you call it? We're doing Durabrite wheels so that they'll stay nice and shiny throughout the year. This truck has Durabrite wheels and Durabrite tanks. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I did 2-3 weeks ago when I had these wheels and tanks polished, but it was so easy for them to get everything polished up easy. Go watch that video. It was great. I know you guys are saying you hear a lot of dollar signs, but really, you'd be surprised. This truck really isn't as expensive as you think. It really isn't as expensive as you think. See, it gets expensive when you start doing a lot of aftermarket shit. If you guys remember, back when Ike Stevens got his black Peterbilt and got, you know, his black trailer to match, that was a very, very gorgeous truck. Unbelievably gorgeous truck. But you got to remember, he didn't get it like that from the factory. His truck was done up at Peterbilt Steve's up there at the Rush Truck Center in Tulsa. And what they do is they take a bare bones 389 truck and they customize it in-house, which is technically aftermarket. Even though it was done at a dealership, you're paying aftermarket pricing. And I think at the end of the day, when he walked off that lot with that truck, with all the lights, the APU, and everything that he had on that truck, I think the sticker price was a little over $200,000 on that truck. I think. I could be wrong, but I think it was a little over $200,000 for that truck. Now, eventually, we are going to be doing a lot of crazy aftermarket stuff to the truck, but obviously not right off the bat. So we're doing as much as we can from the factory, and then as time goes by, we will upgrade it. What's my thought about gliders? I would love to have one. I would really love to have one. Unfortunately, Chris won't let me get a glider. And I think that gliders are going to be freaking outlawed here soon anyway. So, for those of you guys that have gliders or are getting gliders, congratulations, good on you. I don't know if you can go to California with a glider. I don't think you can, but hell, California sucks anyway. But yeah, I would love to have a glider just because it's easier to work on them. It's easier to work on a glider because you're taking a new truck, a body of a new truck, and you're putting an old engine in, an old rebuilt, old remanufactured engine with less sensors and less electrical fucking retardation, you know. I mean, damn. All these fucking sensors, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it is nice to have an older engine truck because it's easier to work on. It's cheaper to work on. Parts are cheaper. But then again, in certain scenarios, depending on that engine, it's hard to come by parts. So it's just like anything else. For every up, there's a down. You know what I mean? You got to be careful what you ask for. The truck will have keyless entry, just like this truck does, just like the Volvo did. LED marker lamps, LED accent lights on the intake bracket, lower edge of the cab sleeper. Those are the chicken lights I was telling you about. Daytime running lights with rocker toggle, momentary interrupt switch. LED stop tail with separate incandescent and backup lights mounted on the polished aluminum plate end of the frame. Standard front turn signals, 2 flush LED utility lights and sleeper, which is, we're going to put more of them back there eventually. Power windows, obviously. Two-piece windshield, which is great. I can't tell you any of this stuff because it'll really give it away. Anyway, but yeah, so we're in the closing stages of Hood Watch 2020, people. Hood Watch 2020 is coming to a close. Truck's almost here. I've waited a long, long, long time for this moment. And I'm not trying to count my chickens just yet, but we're almost there. So we're almost there, folks. Yeah, 2-piece windshield. You know, like in a Cascade, most older Cascadias have it. That way, in case you break a windshield, you only have to replace the part that's broken. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the trucks right now. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Oh man. 2 weeks or so. Hopefully 3 weeks at the most. I'm telling you right now, I don't think that Biden's going to win. I cannot see. It just, the guy still hasn't put out his policies yet. The guy blames Trump for everything. He is like the worst of the worst. He has no professionalism, no gumption, nothing. You know, like, usually when you're, I mean, I know it's a, you know, it's a rat race. You know, you're running against this guy. This is your opponent, but he has nothing nice to say about him. You know, usually you'd be a stand-up guy and be like, you know what? Hey, Trump has done some good things. You know, and you know it's going to be a tough race. You know, we're going to do our best. Blah 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 blah. No, everything that fucking I'm reading the damn. Everything that Biden has been saying is it's all Trump's fault. COVID-19 is Trump's fault. This is Trump's fault. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is Trump's fault. Well, what is Joe going to do about it to make it better? Oh, no questions, please. No questions. Joe, what are you going to do about it to make it better? No questions, please. Just vote for me. Well, Joe, what are you going to do to fit? No questions. Just vote for me. That's what he's saying. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking hiding Biden over here. Fucking idiot. I just can't get over. What is this guy doing? What kind of parking job is that, bro? Parking all types of crooked. Okay. All right. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. I don't see how. I don't really. The only way Biden's going to win the election is if it's rigged. And they're trying to do everything they can to rig it with this mail-in vote bullshit. Because people are going to be afraid to go to the polls. Because of COVID-19. Oh my God, the virus. Ah! Did you hear this shit just the other day? They said the new science says that 6 feet social distancing is no longer a thing. They want like 26 feet now. They want 26 feet of social distancing now. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, the Biden bad lip reading is hilarious, but you don't even have to read. You don't even have to watch the bad lip reading. You can just watch him. He just the other day he did it again, all over the place with his words and his numbers. He can't even get numbers right. I don't know. You know what I think? I think that even the Democrats know that they're not going to win. They figured, let's just fucking let Biden run it. Let's let Biden have his last hoorah, so to speak. Because there's no way that a fucking guy that's been a politician for 47 years, okay, 47 years, and hasn't done shit except make it worse for you. I mean, he's already said, I'm raising your taxes. I'll never forget the day that he said that, and all the people that were in the audience, you should have seen their face. He's like, if I get elected, I'm raising your taxes, raising them back up. And everybody's face in the audience was like this. All of his supporters were like this. We're going to raise our taxes again. What the fuck? Did he just say that? Yeah. He said that if the science says it, he's going to lock the country down again. If the science says it. Fuck what the economists say. Fuck what the economy, what it would do to the economy. If the science says it, he's going to lock it down again. You want that guy as your president? You want him to be a leader of the free world? You're out of your fucking mind. The only people that are going to benefit from Biden being president are these fucking liberals with no job and these fucking idiot millennials that have no direction because their brains are so corrupted from the education system, completely radical fucking teachings that they've been doing over the last 20 years, taking God out of schools, taking the Pledge of Allegiance out of schools, all this crazy shit that these kids have been indoctrinated with. No wonder there's all these riots and all these fucking retards running around. Fucking shame. But anyway, you guys, I've been rambling on now for quite some time. Do you guys have any other questions or anything like that for me before I get out of here? This has gone on for quite some time, so. Yeah, the 90s, I graduated high school in 2000, you know, and every morning, Pledge of Allegiance was done, you know, God was allowed, you know, allowed in school, you know. Now you can't have God in school, God forbid. Ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. No, I'm technically not. I was born in 83. I don't think, I'm not a millennial, am I? No. I'm part of, what generation am I part of? I can't remember. If you were born in 83, what generation are you part of? It's not the millennial generation, I know that. There's no way, because... Somebody help me out here. It's 83, the 8... Yeah, X, that's what I thought. I thought it was the X generation. Pretty sure, yeah. So I'm a part of the X generation. I was born in 83. All these fucking new people, all these millennials, my God, all these fucking spoon-fed. See, and that's what sucks about technology. You know, it's ruined. I'm trying my hardest not to let it ruin my kids, because everything is the internet, everything is streaming, everything is like, what the fuck? No, I'm not a baby boomer. The baby boomers were before me. Baby boomers were my parents. So, you know, I look at it like back in the day when we used to have to do a book report in school. You had to go to the encyclopedia. Anybody that's in my age group knows exactly what I'm talking about. Your mom and dad had a shelf that was dedicated to the Encyclopedia Britannica. Most every house had the encyclopedia, okay? And when you had to do a book report on something, you had to go and get an encyclopedia to get the information. There was no such thing as fucking Google back then. You had to go into the books and get the information. Nowadays, you go on Google to find the information, and every fucking day the information changes. Every day the information changes. Oh, now all of a sudden Christopher Columbus was a fucking slave owner and this and that, and oh my God, racist, and so racist. Oh, my fucking vagina's bleeding. Oh, racist, you're racist. Look, everybody's fucking racist at some point, at some level. Okay, it's human nature to be racist. You're either a little bit racist or a whole lot racist, or, you know, but at the end of the day, everybody hates everybody, okay? It's human nature, okay? Let's fucking be real here. If you're a piece of shit, you're a fucking piece of shit. It's that simple. If you're a piece of shit, you're a fucking piece of shit. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. That's the thing that baffles me about today. If you're a murderer, a drug user, you know, a crazy fucking piece of shit, then that's what you are. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. It doesn't matter. You're still a fucking piece of shit. That's what people fuck up. Oh, well, you're black. Oh, well, you're brown. Oh, well, you're white. Privilege. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Just today on the news, I saw that, what's her face? Demi Lovato. She said, and I quote, I read this. She said, I'm ashamed to share the same skin as these white privileged people. She's so ashamed. But you don't see her giving up her mansion or her millions and millions of dollars for her white privilege. If she's so ashamed, sell your fucking mansion, get rid of all your fancy cars and jewelry and everything and all your fancy clothing, and go buy a regular old house in a regular old neighborhood and be a regular old person like the rest of us. Get the fuck out of here. LeBron James and all of his fucking pussy ass bullshit. Fuck him. Fucking LeBron James. What a fucking faggot. Oh my god. Excuse me, I didn't mean to call him a faggot, but fucking a dumbass. I should call up black people and apologize. For what? What did black people do to you? What did you do to black people? Nothing. You didn't do shit to black people, and black people didn't do shit to you. So why the fuck should you have to apologize? Why the fuck should you have to kneel down? Why the fuck should you have to kiss their feet? Get the fuck out of here. These Black Lives Matter fucking assholes say, oh, you kneel down and kiss my feet. Get the fuck out of here. I wish somebody would come up to me and say, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Kneel down and kiss my feet. I'll tell them to fucking take a hike. Take a fucking shit in their hat. Get the fuck out of here. It gets me so riled up. It gets me so fired up of the stupidity, the stupidity of people today. These white privilege, you got white privilege. You got white privilege. No, sorry. I'm considered white, okay? But I don't have no fucking privilege. Everything that I've got in my life, I had to earn and go and get on my own. I wasn't spoon-fed as a kid, okay? I wasn't fucking handed anything. All these fucking rich-ass Hollywood elites, these fucking baby eaters, these fucking pedophiles that, you know, think that they have a say. All these movie stars and these fucking celebrities and these athletes and these fucking superstar athletes, they think that their fucking political voice matters. Oh, well, you know what? We're gonna boycott these fucking NBA playoff games because this murdering, felony fucking holding guy got shot 7 times. You didn't see anybody cancel any fucking games or anything like that for the Trump supporter that got shot in the head. You didn't see them cancel or boycott any games for this little 7-year-old kid that was wearing a Trump hat and get beat up by 2 girls. What the fuck? You don't see anybody doing that. No, it's, oh my god. Get the fuck out of here. Wake up. I've been saying this for years. People like that just need a good beating. They don't need to be killed, murdered. No, they just need a good fucking beating. That's what happened. They didn't get their asses smacked as kids. They didn't, you know, their mommy and daddies were like, it's okay, honey. It's okay. You can be whatever you want to be. You're Italian, and what BLM doesn't want you to know is that the biggest lynching in U.S. history happened in Louisiana to Italians. Italians were not considered white people back then. Yeah, no doubt. If you look at recent history, and I say this is not recent, but recent, in the early 1900s, okay, when most Italians came to this country, okay, Italians came over from Italy, and, they came to New York, they went down to Louisiana, Chicago, to mostly New York, but Chicago, Florida, Louisiana, and they set up shop there. But even back then, in the early 1900s, Italians were like, whoa, where the fuck did you all come from? You're like Italian refugees over here. We don't want you here. So, I mean, fuck, if you look at that's why I said everybody is racist at some level. Okay? Think about this shit for a second. Let's just say, for instance, this is human nature, people. This is human nature. You've got your crowd of people, right? The people your inner circle, right? Your group of friends, your co-workers, like us truckers. We got us truckers here, Let's just say, for instance, like right now we've got the situation where they've got autonomous trucks coming into the mix. And us as truckers, we're like, whoa, we don't want no fucking robots driving our fucking trucks. Whoa. This is our shit. This is us. This is our shit. We don't want no fucking robots coming in. So technically, we're being fucking racist to robots. Technically speaking, if you really think about it, we're being fucking racist to robots. Am I right or wrong? Somebody let me know. Am I right or wrong? We're being racist to robots. Because we don't want them taking our fucking jobs. It's the same thing with anything else. When you have an outsider trying to infiltrate the circle, your guard goes up automatically. It's human nature. It just depends on how crazy you push the issue. It's like anything else. If you got a clique or a group or a gang of guys and gals, a biker gang, a club, or whatever, you got rival gang members, you got rival biker clubs, you got fucking, it's just like anything else. It's part of human nature to put your guard up and not want outsiders in. And the other main problem is that, like I said before, technology, everything, everybody, everywhere, there's a camera nowadays. So the reason why it's like, oh, it's happening so much nowadays. The black lives, there's people get shot. Now no. It's been happening forever. Black people killing black people getting shot by cops. It's been happening forever, but it's happening more now, so to speak, because it's being showcased in the news media. Because that's what fits the narrative. That's what the news media wants you to believe. There is just as many, if not more, white people, brown people, Asian people getting killed by cops too. Okay? Let's be fucking real. Problem is you don't hear about those stories often, ever. At the end of the day, if you don't follow the instructions from police, you can get shot. If you're not complying with the police, you can get shot. That's simple. And don't get me wrong, especially nowadays, if I was a police officer, I would be more scared and nervous than ever. See you later, Craig. I'm gonna get out of here too, actually. I've been ranting on. This is too long. This is crazy. I gotta get out of here. But anyway, look. Just be smart out there, guys. Continue, be safe. Be courteous and kind to others. Okay? Believe it or not, just holding the door open for somebody can change that person's day for the better. Just doing something polite could really change, Yes, the hood is going to be on the Amazon account, obviously. But just be nice to people, guys, Go out of your way to be nice to people. It's the simplest things, you know, to be nice. It's the easiest things to be nice and courteous, you know? Problem is most people just want to be fucking assholes. But anyway, that's enough from me tonight. Stay tuned. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up, man. The truck's almost done. Videos are going to be... I'm holding off on a lot of the vlogs right now because in preparation for the truck stuff. So, but stay tuned. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching tonight. Make sure you check out the links below. Put your application in at RST if you haven't already. Send me a message on Facebook or Instagram for more information. God bless. And we'll talk to you guys soon. We're out of here.